Hello students, welcome. Today we will learn how to play chess. All the basics we will cover today. So first you need to know all about the chessboard. There are 64 square in it, as you can see it, and this is called center. This is called queen, and this is king. Where the queen is situated, that side is called queen side of the board, and where the king is situated, this side is called is king side. So let's start all the how the pieces move and how they and the other rules of the chess. First, these are all our pawns. Its value is 1 point, and we will see how they move. In the starting, we move 2 squares. It's up to us. We can also move a single move and or 2 move. After moving 2 move, it only move 1 move. It can't move double. It can only move 1 square. After moving first time 2, only 1 move. And another thing you know about the pawn is they capture on the skirting. They capture cross. They don't capture if the pawn is standing in front of it. This next square, they can't capture it. They can take only if it's diagonally like this. So you know this thing. Another thing about pawn is that they can't move backward or any other direction. They can only move straightward and only move to the next square when they capture diagonally something. And there is another rule called N-Poisson rule. When you move your pawn to the 4th rank of your opponent, these are called ranks. First rank, the white first rank is this, first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, fifth, sixth, seventh. When you reach the opponent 4th rank, that is 1, 2, 3rd, when he double, you can capture on. This is called the N-Poisson rule. You can capture on that move when he moves. If you play something like that, he plays that, then you can't capture it. The another thing you know about the pawn is when they reach the last square of the opponent rank, that's 8th rank. When a pawn reaches this square, you can make any piece what you want. Most players usually make queens, as its value is 9 point and its most powerful piece. Let's move to the another piece now. These are pawn, also called pyada in Hindi. Now let's move to another our pieces. The knight and bishop, these are called minor pieces. The rook, queen and king, these are called major pieces. You can see it. These are the major pieces. And why they are called major pieces? As their value is high. We will cover one by one each of them. First we see the minor pieces. Let's start with the knight. Knight, also called in Hindi Ghoda. It is the only piece that can jump. It moves 2.5 square. It moves 2 square forward, 1, 2, and it turns. The thing you should remember that when it is standing on the light square, it always finishes 2.5 on the dark square, and when it is on the dark square, it always cover its final square is always light square, 1, 2.5. It is the only piece that can jump 1, 2.5. Always try to develop the pieces towards the center. This is the center. Try to develop pieces towards the center, and its move increases when it's moved to the center. If you move away from the center, then it control less square. Let's see it knight again. 1, 2.5. It can go to the 8th square at maximum 8th square when it is present in the center. And its It's a piece that can fork and triple attack, a very dangerous piece, which the mainly the opponents forget to see the all the scare. When you play, you see all the scare when you play chess of the knight. So knight again move in a 7 type, or else you can make it 1, 2 and turn. Very simple, and it capture where it goes. I think you understand a knight. Now let's move to the next piece. This is called bishop. Its value is 3 point. Knight value is 3 point. They both are same, but the bishop are slightly better because they are long range pieces. They move diagonally. Let's see this. This is a diagonal. This is a dark diagonal, and this is a light diagonal. Bishop move on the diagonals. Let's see it. They can't move if something is in front of them. They can't move, and they capture where they can move. You can capture this. Let's see. This is dark here. You can see this. This move only diagonal. You can where you want to place. You can put it. And I hope you understand this. Let's see it again. It move only in the diagonal. Don't make mistake. They can't move like this and this. They in one turn they can move here. Then in another turn they can move another way. Not like that. So their value is 3 point. Again I am telling you. So now let's move to our major pieces. Let's start with the rook. Rook move in a plus direction like that. It can move vertically or horizontally. The condition is that it can't jump. It can capture where like this. Its value is 5 point. It need maximum. It is usually used in the end game. Don't open up in the starting of the game. 12 your minor pieces in the starting of the game. Now move to the queen. Queen is the most powerful piece, also called in Hindi Wazir. It can move like a rook straight away, as I told you, or it can also move like a bishop diagonally on the diagonals. If it is planned on the light scale, it can move to the light diagonals. So this is the way queen moves. If it is present here, it can move here, here, and here. Now let's see the last, but not the least, the king. This is the most powerful piece of the chess, and it's a most precious piece. It has no value. The game stands on the king. If the opponent checkmate you, or you checkmate the opponent, the game is over. King only move one square, either straight away or diagonally. It can go to the again 8 square. Maximum 8 square it can cover. It capture like that on this. So now you see another rule of chess is called castling. You should know about it. Castling happen only once in the game. The condition for castling is that there is space between rook and king, and they can't move before, and there is no check is coming in front of them. If something check is coming, this is called attack on the king is called check. So if check is coming, it can't move a castle, or if any square is covered by the castling square is covered by the opponent pieces, then you can't castle, as this diagonally controlled by the queen, so you can't castle. So there is also long castling possible, but the condition in both of the cases, you need to move your king first, 1 square, 2 square, and then place the rook like that, or you can jump it. You can only use one hand in the chess. 2 hand use is illegal in chess. Two illegal moves, invalid moves, equal to loss. You lost the game if you play two bad moves. Let's see the castling again. 1, 2, and just place the rook. Again, remember one thing: always move king first. 1, 2, and rook. Never play. This is a wrong way of castling. If you do this, the opponent will told you to play the rook as you move the rook first. You can't able to castling. Castling usually done to protect and give more protection to the king. So usually done in this is called king side castling, and this is a queen side castling. If you move your king anything like that and then you come back, you can't castle them. So they should be untouched, not used before in game, then you can castle. So let's see. I hope you understand all the pieces movement and all what is their value. Let's sum up again. The rook is 5 points, the bishop is 3 points, the knight is also 3 points, but bishop are slightly better than knight. Bishop are better in the open position when the position is open, and knight are better when the position is closed, like cramp, when the pawn structure is like this. When the position is cramped, closed, this is a closed position, then knight play well. Queen is 9 point, pawn is 1 point, and pawn reach when it become very dangerous when it reach the 8th rank. Thank you very much. If you don't understand anything, you can ask me any question.